Okay, good morning. It is December 3rd, 2020, and it is 8:18 in the morning. And my name is Chuck, by the way. And today's kind of a weird day. It's really foggy outside, it's cold, and I stayed up until like 11 last night, which was late for me. I usually go to bed at about 9. I stayed up till 11 studying options and in particular looking at a free trading system put out by Gregory Mannarino. If you've watched all my videos, meaning the one video I posted yesterday, you know that I'm a big Gregory Mannarino fan, and he put out an options trading system for free. And I programmed the chart yesterday, and I was learning about it, and I've just been really diving into options. It's something I knew nothing about a couple days ago, and now I'm trading them, and I've made a good amount of profit just in the last few days because of his calls, not mine. Anyways, I think what I'll do with these videos is just talk about like one thing that is on my mind each day, and today that thing is money, the dollar in particular, and the value of the dollar. So some pretty crazy stats. Of all the dollars that exist today, 25% or so of those have been created in the last year. By the Federal Reserve in response to the coronavirus and the economy crashing and all that kind of stuff. So 25% of the dollars that are in the dollar pool today were created this year. So logically you would think if you increased the money supply by that much, then you have the same amount of money, or you have an increased amount of money chasing the same amount of goods. You should see inflation. Inflation is where things cost more money because there's more money to be spent, but there's still the same amount of stuff. And I just went online and looked, and let's see. They're saying the inflation rate compared to last year is 1.9%. So that would mean if you had $100 in the bank a year ago, today it would be worth, $98.10. Yeah, I think I'm doing the math right. But that doesn't really line up with the fact that 25% of the dollars that exist today were created this year. That's shouldn't the inflation be higher? I don't know. But I had a funny thought last night. I was hearing something like on the TV or whatever about interest rates. And when I think of interest rates, I think of like the interest that you pay on credit card debt, or the interest you would pay on a mortgage, or like a car loan and stuff like that. And everything that I think about related to interest rates is related to debt and credit. And it's funny because if you went back like 60 years and you were talking about interest rates, people would be thinking about how much interest they would get on the money that they have in the bank. Because the bank, they hold your money for you, and then they pay you interest to incentivize you to keep your money there, because then they turn around and loan that money out to other people and charge them more interest, and that's one way that the bank makes money. And it's just kind of weird, weird, that in today's world, like earlier this year when the coronavirus struck and the stock market crashed and all this stuff happened, and they lowered interest rates to like 0, or maybe even went negative. I'm not sure if they've gone negative in the US yet. They have in other places. But that essentially means that if you have negative interest rates, you're losing money that you keep in the bank, which is wild. But anyways, when they did this interest rate drop, everyone around me, all the people my age, were like, oh, I'm going to go refinance my house, or now's a good time to get a loan because you don't pay as much interest on it, which is true. But nobody's thinking about the interest they get on the cash that they have in the bank, probably because most people don't have very much cash in the bank. So that's the main thought today is just how things have changed and how people's perspective today on things like money and interest are just completely different than they were, 60 or whatever years ago. And now is like a more important time than ever to understand this stuff. And pretty soon everyone will understand, because it's going to be in our faces. They keep creating dollars like this. They're trying to push through another $1 trillion stimulus. So, we started the year with between $4 and $5 trillion of debt as a country, and now we're at 7, and they want to add another one. So as they keep doing this, it's going to keep building up the money supply, and eventually it's going to be noticed one way or another, whether it's inflation or we see some deflation, which I don't even want to get into that because that's a complex subject. But anyways, besides that, it's a good day to be alive. It's a good day to have a good day. So I hope that you have a good day. I'm really grateful that I'm able to do this today, and I'm grateful that you get to watch it. So have a great day, be grateful, do something nice for someone, and I'll see you tomorrow.